Hi, it's Leslie, and we're talking about 90 Day Fiancé, SHEKINAH and SARPER. And I guess SARPER has pulled the old bait and switch because he has some serious anger issues, we're learning.
SARPER and I are just not even speaking right now.
Yep, that's where they're at.
It's like, okay, everything.
The next conversation that I will do with her has to be, we are okay or it's over. It's up to her.
So SARPER's kind of getting to the end of his rope, but SHEKINAH, she won't put up with the crap. Like, if he treats her like crap, she's not putting up with it. So good for her. And I'm assuming this was all going on when they were living the happy life in Turkey, when they thought everything was wonderful and they needed to bring him over here and they needed to be married, to be together forever. Yeah, they were fighting back then too. So it's just weirdness in that little apartment because they're not talking to each other. And I guess it's finally getting to SARPER because, you know, he's there for her. So he has this need to talk to her and try to make things right again.
This relationship deserves better. It doesn't mean that it deserves marriage or something, but we cannot keep living this way, you know? I mean, we have to solve it. We have to break up or we have to get well again. I mean, nothing in between.
I agree, you can't keep living this way, but I have a funny feeling it's this way or the highway. But SARPER has issues. I guess he has anger issues and he's super frustrated because he's over there away from everything he knows, his family, blah, 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 and she plops him into this situation and he can't work. He feels like useless, which he kind of basically is. I mean, he is good for one thing, as we'll learn in this episode. But other than that, he's useless and he's getting depressed about it. SHEKINAH's telling him it's basically, I'm treating you this way because of how you are treating me. You treat me better, I'll treat you better. I do think this is all SARPER, though. I do.
The version of me that you get depends on how you treat me. And how you've been treating me the past few days is the reason why you're seeing this face now and you're hearing this voice now. It's because of you. So it's a choice that you make.
I didn't make any choice.
You made a series of choices that have put us in a bad situation now, where I don't even know if I want to get married.
What?
Yes, SHEKINAH is starting to question her decisions. I mean, and this is baffling to SARPER because he had her whipped over in Turkey. She just did whatever he wanted, and now we have a different SHEKINAH over here. She's not putting up with the crap.
I cannot recognize you, SHEKINAH. This is not the girl that I met in Turkey.
Oh, please.
1.5 years together in Turkey.
Oh my God, you're so dramatic.
I'm not dramatic.
You're so dramatic.
I'm just real. She was obsessed with me when we were in Turkey. I mean, she was listening to me a lot more. Right now, I mean, that harsh tone, she barely used that in Turkey. We had small problems, but here, everything changed.
Yeah, because she's like, oh, when you think forever, maybe forever's a really pretty friggin' long-ass time, and I'm not up for that. And herein lies the problem that I guess has changed. I'm assuming maybe this is what SHEKINAH has to blame herself for, is that I guess she used to be a little more obedient and follow along with him, and now that's changed a little bit. Yeah.
The thing that keeps us together is the connection between us. Maybe we are so different as personality, but she is my soulmate, like a puzzle piece. We are completing each other. But right now it's totally different. She's not listening to me. She is not hearing me. She doesn't do anything I want. I mean, everything is up. Everything is so messy, and I don't know how to solve it.
Anyway, SHEKINAH is not budging. Basically, SARPER needs to change, apologize, and do better. Treat her better, and she'll treat him better, bottom line. And this is a SHEKINAH he's not used to.
I don't want to lose this relationship. That's the only thing. Because this is a 1 in a million, and I won't catch it anymore. If I break up with you, I don't want any real relationship from now on, because it's so difficult.
Yeah, just say it's 1 in a million, but why is it 1 in a million? I get that they have like the chemistry and the all that, but is that enough to make it 1 in a million? I don't think so, and I think they're going to learn that.
What do you want? What do you want for, huh?
I want to be treated well. I don't want to be treated like just because you're having a bad day.
Well, that little combo goes absolutely nowhere. SARPER leaves, and they're basically back to square one. Not talking. 3 days, I'm not talking. Yeah, not talking until this. SARPER pulls out, you know, the old tricks. He's like, I got one way that I know I can get her back into the fold of me. Yes, so that's what he does.
And something happened. in the middle of the night. I couldn't think with this head, another head, and I just sneaked to the upstairs like a tiger. And when we woke up the next morning, everything was a little more smooth.
Shocking that he would resort to that. Yes, because that's basically the main thing they have in common. Yes, they're super attracted to each other, but I'm telling you, that will wane when you're with that person every single day. So you better have something else to rely on, because that is not going to be enough, I'm telling you. No.
I guess sex is the glue that holds us together, but we also need to be on the same page.
It's just so sad because in the beginning of a relationship, which I guess this kind of technically is, even though they've been together for 4 years or whatever it is, this is the best anyone will treat you. If they're not treating you wonderfully now, don't expect it to change down the line. It will not. It only gets worse if you let it anyway.
I worry that it will always be something, that once he corrects one thing, something else will pop up. But if Sarper doesn't improve on the things that he promised you today, I don't know if I would marry him.
Hallelujah, someone's speaking some sense. Yes, I agree with you, Shekinah. Yes. But at least Shekinah, seeing the issues with Sarper, and one of them is this house, that she has her business in the house. So every time she has a client over, the Sarper has to leave and just walk around town or whatever like that. She sees that as an issue. So to try to help their relationship, she has actually moved her office out of the house, and she's getting a little place to have the business. Great idea. I mean, she should have done that years ago. I'm assuming it was just a financial decision. Makes sense. I don't know why she thinks she has more money now. Maybe because she's going to be there permanently, so she can justify those costs because she'll be working all the time now. But yeah, but the jealousy, she has a handyman over to help her building this new office, setting it up and everything, and you could just see Sarper is he doesn't want around any man. That's got to get old, and unfortunately, you cannot stop that. And Shekinah, I guess, now she's sporting all these different wigs. I mean, she had the long hair and then it went to the short hair, which I thought was natural. I couldn't tell. Maybe we just had extensions in there. I don't even know. Now she's sporting all these wigs, claiming it's from stress.
You make me stressed, actually. Do you know why I'm wearing this wig today?
For handyman?
No.
You look so beautiful for a handyman.
I'm wearing this because you've been stressing me out so much that I think I'm losing my hair.
Why did that just sounded bizarre to me? I don't know. Seemed a little fishy there. I don't know what she's up to with the wigs, but whatever. And my thought, not that anyone's listening to me, Sarper, can't you get like a job under the table? I mean, he's got muscles. He could like build things, lift things, transfer. I mean, California, you could get a job under the table and just get paid and feel better about yourself because you'd be working. But whatever. But Sarper had a better idea. Forget, trying to get a job, a legit job or whatever. He can't get a legit job, an under the table job or whatever kind of work. I mean, she has all those friends. Couldn't one of them like employ him under the table? But anyway, he decides to pursue his stand-up. If I had a dime for every person on these shows that had like an agenda trying to get into Hollywood and then the career there, Sarper's no different and gives his little stand-up a whirl. And of course, why in the world Shekinah would invite all her group of friends? I mean, let him do it one time, just kind of like on his own and see if it's going to fly. Why bring the whole crew out there to see him? But that's what they did. And he was on the struggle bus up there. It's a little cringe to watch. It was painful, but he got through it. And I guess he's into this with a couple digs to Dan, who I have to agree with Sarper. Dan did start it and Sarper's trying to finish it. So that little squabble goes on. And I would say to Sarper, don't give up the day job, but he doesn't have one. So, yeah, keep pursuing stand-up. Why not? Because you got nothing else. But anyway, I file this nonsense every week. I don't know if they're going to make it. Lord hopes they won't get married. But anyway, if you want to follow along, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I will see you next week. Bye.